Hey, it's me. It is currently the 8th of March 2023, and it's been a long time since I've done a breast cancer in me video. But it's come to that time of year again when I get to go and have my annual scans. These are done for women or people who have lived through breast cancer treatment. We go through at least 5 years of annual checking up just to make sure that nothing nefarious has gotten missed or lost along the way. And I wanted to speak into my experience of scan anxiety this time around because I have talked about this in the past, and I'm here to let you know that 2 years on, it hasn't gone away. It's different, but it hasn't gone away. So I just thought share with you how this is turning up for me. So I have an appointment with a surgeon who is taking responsibility for making sure that this assessment happens every 12 months. And as a part of the agreement that I have with him to do this, I need to go and have a PET scan. And he's got a specific hospital and place that he wants me to go and get those done. So I got in touch with them, confirmed that appointment was happening, and went, hey, just want to make sure that all the paperwork's gone through, because you know my love affair with paperwork that goes missing, that I'm going to have this appointment and it'll be done in time for me to see the doctor and the results be there. Because who hates turning up to medical appointments for them to go, oh, your results haven't come in yet, we'll need to see you in a week? Me. I hate that. I haven't got time for that. So I got to the point yesterday where I still hadn't received a call or had any notification from the hospital that this PET scan, because these are not, it's not like a X-ray or something. They take 4 hours or something once you've been through all the palaver and hoops you have to jump through and the questionnaires of the questionnaires of the questionnaires. Then you get to sit in a room and you're told to stay calm while we inject this stuff into you. So they take a long time, and on top of that, I've actually got to travel an hour to get to the place he wants me to go to. So it was important for me to start feeling in control, and I recognized that my sense of feeling out of control was really turning up again. So today is Wednesday. On Monday, I had an appointment with my GP, and I had a list of 5 things I needed from her, one of which was referrals for these scans and to go back and see this specialist, because here in Australia your referrals only last 12 months. So I needed several referrals, and then given what's going on in my body, she found a couple more. But while I was sitting in the waiting room, and now I have been in this medical centre at least every quarter, getting forms filled out, doing other things to check up on my health, and I hadn't, the anxiety I'd had with it had gone away. But on Monday, it was back. I was really having to focus on my breathing. I was on social media a lot, helping myself with distraction. I was hyperventilating. And I was like, this is really weird. What's going on? I hadn't put 2 and 2 together by then. Then I was in with my GP, and she was chatting to me, and she noticed that I was starting to hyperventilate and my speech was getting pressured, and I was starting to speak faster, and I was starting to do lots of apologizing, which is a feature of the trauma for me. I started apologizing for my existence, and I started, saying, I'm sorry to be such an inconvenience. I'm sorry that, you've got to do all of this. And she just stopped at me and she goes, hey, what's going on? And then I twigged. I said, this is how scan anxiety is turning up for me. So in my journey, the traumatic events weren't so much around the diagnosis or the surgeries, or chemo was pretty traumatic, but it's how I was led to feel and my experiences of the health system along the way, where I felt really out of control, felt very disrespected. And what was brought up for me in a very tangible way was, I'm going to go through all that again. Now, I've got lots of evidence to tell me that that's what happens to me. So you can't just tell somebody going through this, that's not going to happen this time. It's like, well, the evidence tells me it will. So what I've learned from working with a psychologist here in Australia and from all the work I've been doing since all of this started on myself is that, okay, I'm being triggered. And I need to watch how I'm being triggered. So interestingly, for the last 4 nights now, I have had horrendous nightmares. I'm talking about the types of nightmares where I wake up because I've just been in a nightmare where I couldn't breathe because it felt like somebody was trying to choke me to death. They're pretty extreme. I don't want to go into too much detail here, but when I wake up in the terror of them in the moment, I can smell what's been going on. I can taste what's been going on. I can feel what's going on. I mean, these are very visceral sensory experiences for me. And the thoughts about them can be quite intrusive, but they have had nothing to do with cancer or cancer diagnosis and everything to do with feeling out of control. So many people who go through an experience of cancer will tell you that they have anxiety around medical procedures and their annual checkups, or in my husband's case, his 6 monthly checkups. Now, he doesn't get scan anxiety. In fact, he's kind of like, these are inconvenient. Can we just make these go away? I'm not him. He's not me. This is how it turns up for me. So if you've got someone in your world right now who you know has been through cancer, check in with them and find out when they've got to do some more medical tests, not because you're nosy, but so that you can be supportive of them. So for me, my sleep is disrupted. I am incredibly fatigued. My body hurts. And I am having to take more and more and more things out of my to-do list and to my schedule. This would be a great time for somebody to offer to cook me meals or take me out or help me get to the medical appointments and not be worried about the fact that it's 4 hours until I need to leave. Now, I can do all of those things myself, but it'd be really nice to have somebody to ask how they could help with that. And you might find, if you've had a cancer survivor in your world, or this is something that you're going through, sometimes just being asked is enough of an affirmation that what I'm going through is real and that somebody else sees it, and it allows us to feel like we can cope. So there we go. That is my current breast cancer and me story. I have no idea what episode we are up to because I discovered something while I was recording all of these over the last couple of years. The sicker I got, my filing got even worse than what it is on a good day. So I don't know when I'll be back to talk to you some more about this, but let's see how it goes.